Welcome again, class. This is your host, Teddy Worldsvelt, and this week on Rough Rider Americana, we are going to cover the Grand Canyon. Now, as someone who loves to explore, I'll tell you firsthand, the Grand Canyon is a marvelous sight. Now, one of the things that makes the Grand Canyon so, well, grand is just how long it is. The Grand Canyon is 277 miles or 446 kilometers long. That's a very long canyon. In fact, it took millions of years for the Grand Canyon to form. Beginning just 5 to 6 million years ago, the Colorado River began to carve its way downward. The area of the Grand Canyon was inhabited by different Native American tribes. One of the most famous are called the Hopi. In fact, the Hopi are one of the oldest tribes to live in the Grand Canyon area. As you can see in this picture, the Hopi village of Orabi is considered the oldest continually inhabited community in the United States. This photo seen here was taken between 1872 and 1881. This is the oldest community in what is now the United States. It's just simply amazing. The Hopi have their own unique story of how the Grand Canyon came into existence. Hopi religion describes of how two brothers use lightning and mud to build the Grand Canyon. The Hopi would go to the Grand Canyon every year for religious ceremonies. That just shows you how important the canyon was to their religion and to their culture. In fact, it is still important to them to this very day. It would not be until 1540 when Spanish explorers would discover the Grand Canyon. Now, put yourself in the mind of a Spanish explorer. Seeing something this majestic, so expansive for the first time, I imagine it took the breath away from many of these explorers. One of the reasons the Spanish explored the Grand Canyon is because they were trying to find a waterway to the Gulf of California, seen here. When the Spanish controlled all this new land, they were looking for ways to navigate it and to explore it. When the Grand Canyon became part of the United States of America in 1848, American pioneers were eager to explore the canyon. The Grand Canyon was the last of the largely unexplored area of the West. Often called the Great Unknown, it was literally a blank space on maps. It was known that the Colorado River made a significant portion of its journey through this area. So the federal government funded an expedition to explore the river and determine its usefulness as a trade route. Eventually, a man by the name of Joseph Christmas Ives would navigate up the Colorado River using a 50-foot long stern wheel steamboat named the Explorer. His plan was to steam up the Colorado River from the known into the unknown. It wasn't until 1869 that another explorer would take on the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon. John Weasley Powell was a geologist whose studies of rocks in Colorado and Wyoming sparked his interest in exploring the unknown canyon of the Colorado River. The Grand Canyon is now in the state of Arizona. Arizona became the 48th state of the United States on February 14th, 1912. On February 26th, 1919, Congress passed the act that established the Grand Canyon National Park in the state of Arizona. So, the next time you are in Arizona, be sure to go see the Grand Canyon. Trust me, you can't miss it. Thank you for watching. Looking forward to seeing you next time. I have been your host, Teddy Worldsvelt.